Overflows.
Difference between physical and spiritual birth. There is a subtle difference between a physical birth and a spiritual rebirth. We do not call it a spiritual birth because first it has to be physical birth, and out of that, as a process of transformation happens, there is a rebirth. This is rebirth of awakening. This rebirth is known as awakening. It is a new birth by you, through you, and to you. It happens in a dimension beyond the known, when energy is transformed, transcended beyond the finite boundaries of body, mind, and intellect. And there is only the dimension of eternity, cosmic presence, and an indescribable silence, light beyond duality. Remember that awakened ones like Buddha and Mahavir are individuals who have achieved full consciousness, with Mahavir specifically being fully enlightened from birth in his final life due to total self-realization in a previous existence. To some extent, the birth of each individual and somehow getting in connection with a living, awakened one is not only a testimony but a continuation of the same process where it ended, got terminated for various reasons. The reasons differ from person to person. There is a power within that knows beyond our knowings. In certain moments, the seekers meet the masters in a unique way. They recognize the presence as a continuation of something. And when they are ready, as Sufis say, Master appears to them. Although many Satoris come along the way, each individual undergoes two births. The first birth is the biological birth through parents, which everyone experiences, while the second birth is known as the spiritual or new birth, or the birth of a new man out of you. Know this as the process of awakening or enlightenment. This is not a physical event, but an inner transformation where an individual becomes utterly alert and aware, transcending the mind and ego and enters life of bliss beyond duality. The title of the classic work by the author Nivedita Rimbak, Life of Bliss Beyond Duality. Mahavir has achieved total self-realization in his immediately preceding life. His final birth was an act of compassion taken solely to express and share the truth he had already known and seen with others. Such an enlightened being is conscious even from the moment of conception. And this higher consciousness affects the mother's experience, often resulting in specific symbolic dreams, as the mother of Mahavir and Buddha had as dreams of a white elephant flying over her and finally dissolved into her as it came within the subtle energy field of their mothers. Some of the advanced disciples or seekers also experience such moments of conception and childbirth. But because the very nature of the human mind is we do not appreciate the contemporary. Instead, we go on remembering those that have happened in the past. The similar was the situation. Those who were contemporary to Buddha and Mahavir did not recognize him as we do now. In the same way, our and your contemporary will not recognize you the way the future generation will recognize you as an awakened one and will try to find out about those. Buddha's birth and enlightenment is a unique process. Gautam Buddha was born with the potential for enlightenment, with which every child has. However, Buddha went through the traditional spiritual journey, leaving his palace and entering a severe asceticism for years before finally achieving enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. Buddha became enlightened at that point because he dropped all external practices. Ego dissolved on its own, and finally he relaxed into his own being, following his inner intelligence. Certainly, there is a key difference in my view between two enlightenment, that of Gautam the Buddha and Mahavir. Mahavir was born fully enlightened. His physical birth was for the purpose of teaching and expressing an already attained state of being. Buddha, on the other hand, was born with the potential like any one of you. The degree of the potential differs based on the role that one has to perform in the life and in the process of transformation of human consciousness. Buddha, on the other hand, was born with potential, which he realized after a period of intense search and practice, culminating in a profound personal awakening. Therefore, the phenomena of each birth is unique because life extends far beyond a physical birth and death, encompassing past lives and a continuous spiritual evolution. The birth of an awakened one is ultimately the birth of a new, fully conscious man, free from the cycles of suffering and limitations of the age, while that of the other potential one assumes birth with seed of enlightenment deep within. Ultimately, while the paths and manifestations of the awakened ones, like Buddha and Mahabir, may appear different on the surface, and that of Osho, Raman, Krishnamurti, Vivekanand, Ramakrishna Paramhans, George Ivanovich Gurdjieff, Lalaji, other Sufi masters, Brij Mohan Lal, and many others, Sheikh Nazim, Sheikh Hisham Kabani, and masters from different paths, but their core experience of the ultimate truth remained the same. The only difference is of the expression, and this difference comes because the type of people they have to deal with, each has to deal with. It is like a professor of physics teaching law of gravitation to a German student, to a French student, to a Spanish student, to an Arabian, the person of the Arabic understanding, or any other language. Examples may differ, language may differ, but not the law of gravitation. The spiritual law of transformation will remain unchanged irrespective of the master. Their presentation will differ. Their lives served as an invitation for others to embark on their own inner journey and discover their unique path to awakening. Awakening is an ongoing process. It continues until each and every flower is blossomed. Then do the most of what he may, cause frigid claws of death may soon descend and seal your humble fate. Then you shan't have time to mend. Then you shan't have time to mend. Enough.